Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at probably one of the most insane things I've ever seen take place on a live stream. Usually with these IRL streams, I've even covered another one today here on the channel. It's the streamer who's just acting like a complete maniac or doing something completely ridiculous or whatever on their stream, right? But this time, it's actually the complete opposite way around. So apparently this is involving 3 female streamers here. Now, I do know 2 of these people. I don't know the others, so I guess this involves Valkyrae, Cinna, and Emiru. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but I guess they were doing some sort of like trio marathon stream that they were calling the Sis-a-thon, and they were like at a boardwalk or out at some sort of like public area. Honestly, it looks like the boardwalk from GTA 5, so I don't know where this exactly took place state-wise, but I assume it's somewhere like California or New Jersey or something like that. But they were just doing a pretty typical like IRL stream with the 3 of them enjoying their night, and then some random lunatic keeps showing up, and he had been stalking them the entire night, and it devolves into him begging to like get one of their phone numbers or whatever. He gets absolutely rejected on the spot in front of the stream, and then he just well, a couple minutes later goes completely AWOL here. So like I said, probably one of the crazier things I've ever seen take place on one of these live streams, but unfortunately apparently this is what you gotta worry about doing IRL streams. I'll be real with you, I've never seen an IRL stream that makes the entire concept look worth it whatsoever, and this is just like even more proof, man. I don't know, if I was one of these streamers, personally, I would never do these IRL streams, because you just have way too many fucking weirdos out there who are just angry with themselves or their lives or whatever, and they're just ready to take it out on your ass, right? So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the footage beforehand, okay? So this is, I guess, like the first interaction that they had with this guy here. He was just like, finds out where they're at, sits here and waits on them, and then this is how it goes. So
yes, please.
Oh God.
Oh God, yes, that is. Can I sing for a change? A change for the better, as you would say.
Okay.
And the change would be for her number.
Oh.
If you'd like it, can I get your number?
I don't have a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, put your number in mine.
I don't know how to use a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, so I'm gonna keep following her.
all right, so as you can see, he, I guess, like I said, was waiting. He found out like where they were, and he was just fucking waiting in the corner like a complete psychopath or whatever. They walk by, and he starts like asking one of the girls for their number. Now, he obviously knows who these people are. This is not some just random person that was just sitting there and just so happened to be like at the same place at the same time. I mean, even if you look at his phone, I'm pretty sure he literally has their live stream open on the phone, right? So he knows what's going on. This isn't some just like random encounter of the third kind or whatever. This is like a predetermined setup thing by this fucking dude. Now, she rejects him because obviously, why wouldn't she? You're some complete psychopath who has stalked them to find out where they're at to beg for their phone number. I never would have imagined that this would have went well for your ass anyway, right? But I guess he decided this wasn't enough, right? He was not gonna take no for an answer, unfortunately here. And even as you could see in the clip, he says out loud that he's just gonna keep following her, right? Now, you might think he just means, oh, he's just gonna keep following her on social media even though he got rejected. Unfortunately, no, it did not stop that easily, right? He literally meant he was going to follow them throughout the duration of this stream or whatever that they were doing out here. Now, I gotta give the girls some props here. They handled it, I think, about as well as they really could have here, because unfortunately, like I said, this is a like spur of the moment thing. You know, you're trying to focus on your stream, this fucking weirdo pops up and he starts like harassing you or whatever. I'm sure that's enough to like kind of scare you or worry you as a woman, right? Just the fact that this type of shit happened in the first place, but to like keep trying to go on and do your stream and like trying to continue to do the content or whatever, I do gotta give them props. I gotta admit, would have just left and went somewhere else to film and like do my thing or whatever. But unfortunately with this fucking idiot, you gotta worry about him finding out where you're at again. Because if he's capable of doing it the first time, what stops him from doing it the second time, right? Now, like I said, it gets worse from here, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the aftermath of this particular incident.
Oh no.
What's up?
Hey, excuse me?
No!
Security?
Emily, no!
Hey,
Stop!
whoa.
Let's fucking fight right now.
What?
Get away from
now.
Hey, what's going on?
Security!
He's harassing us.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Right now. I'll kill you right now.
Fuck off.
Kill you right now.
Security, please.
Security! Is this guy threatening to kill us?
All right, so he finds them again out here at this place, and this time he literally lunges at them and tries to fucking attack them. No real provocation, no reason to do it, nothing like that, right? These girls aren't accused of like terrorist attacks or anything fucking ridiculous, right? This guy just is being a weirdo, right? He's being a fucking weird guy. He got rejected and now he's like angry about it or whatever, and in fact, as you could hear from the audio, he is literally telling these women that he is going to fucking kill them. And like I said, running at them, lunging at them, shit like that. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's clips like this that make me personally grateful that I live in a self-defense state, right? Here in Ohio, you have a lot more freedom. Like we have open carry. You can conceal carry a firearm without a license. You have the right to defend yourself in and outside of your home. Like I said, I don't know where this clip took place, but I'm just gonna assume by like the setting that it's probably like California or a place where the gun laws are way more restrictive and like self-defense is more restricted. I'm not gonna lie though, if one of them reached into their bag and pulled out like a fucking 38 and blew this guy's head off and killed him, I would not have been totally mad. In fact, I probably would have had to clap because no one knows really how this feels exactly, right? To just be trying to do your own thing and then you have some fucking lunatic pop up out of the woodworks running at you, threatening to fucking kill you, right? And these are some pretty small women. Now, granted, the guy himself isn't some fucking 6'6" super jacked Chad or anything crazy, but at the same time, I have no doubt that this guy probably could have overpowered these women, right? And to the people like who were filming or like part of their group or whatever that seemed to like kind of put some distance in between themselves, and then the one girl that was like hugging her friend and pulling her away, honestly, man, I think that takes a little bit more courage than a lot of people are willing to admit online. You have some fucking stranger threatening to murder you because you rejected him and didn't give him a phone number or whatever, right? And your first instinct is to like put your body in between your friend and this guy, right? Like there's a lot of people out there who like their first instinct would have just been to fucking run. Like I said, I probably after the first encounter would have left just out of precaution with the weirdo or whatever, but at the same time, it wasn't like they had to leave, right? It wasn't something that should have really been expected of them. I mean, it's a fucking public spot. Anyone is allowed to go there. You shouldn't have to just go places because people are being fucking idiots or whatever. But like I said, man, the honest shame of this clip is the fact that none of them were capable of just erasing this fucking guy from existence, because that probably would have been the best outcome. Whether he was doing this as like a quote unquote troll or whatever, right? It really doesn't matter. Like to be even capable of doing something like this, like you're out in public fucking screaming that you're gonna kill people and shit, to even do something like that, you have to be pretty fucked up in your head. It doesn't matter if it's like a joke or if you're being dead serious. No normal person is ever putting themselves in this kind of fucking predicament. And I'm gonna be real, just based on like what we've seen of this guy so far, I can only assume this guy is genuinely capable of hurting other people, right? And if it's not gonna be these poor women here, it's possibly gonna be somebody else. I mean, it's not like these people just fucking do this one time and then this is the end, right? This guy is probably a very weird person to everybody else in life that he interacts with. But like I said, this to me, it shows the dangers of IRL streaming in general. Now, I will admit this particular instance probably would not happen to men. Now, don't get me wrong, men and male streamers, they get harassed, and IRL streamers, like they get their ass whipped like Johnny Somali and these other guys. So there are instances where male streamers get fucked with when they're doing IRL streams. They get swatted or they get beat up or whatever, right? But most of the time that I've seen it, like I said, they invite it themselves. Like the dudes going around in Japan fucking with people, they kind of invite the ass whippings and like people harassing them or whatever. But these women didn't do anything. You know what I mean? They were just doing their own thing, enjoying their day. And then some fucking weirdo that's trying to screw one of them, like has a screw loose in his own head. And this is the fucking outcome of everything that goes on here, right? I don't know. For me personally, I don't see any benefit for doing any sort of IRL streams. It's just just unfortunate how many weird motherfuckers there really are just walking around in broad day, well in this instance broad night, in society, right? And you gotta think, this is a public place too. There's cameras, there's like employees at these shops, other customers and people walking by, I would assume. So once again, if you're able to do this like in an area like this where you're gonna get caught if you do some insane shit, this is somebody who has nothing to fucking lose, man. This is somebody with nothing going on, no sort of life whatsoever, right? I mean, if that wasn't obvious enough from the clip here, right? But like I said, this seems like more of a particular instance that women streamers would have to deal with more. I gotta imagine there's not too many male streamers out there, right, that have women popping up in real life trying to fucking kill them for not handing out a phone number, right? I might be wrong on that, I really might, but I've never personally seen anything like that. So this is one of those like instances where it's very clear, man, this guy would never do this shit to a male streamer, you know what I mean? Can you imagine this fucking goofball trying to run up on some 6'4" jacked Chad who's doing an IRL stream? Like I said, depending on what state this would have taken place in, that guy might have pulled out the fucking tool and shot that guy in his face immediately. Now, I think it goes without saying for, once again, most fucking normal, rational people in the first place, but you should never approach content creators or like streamers or whatever in person. That is almost never a good idea, right? Now, if it's like a public streamer or whatever and like they're cool with it and whatnot, they have fan interactions and you're just asking for a picture, I mean, that's one thing, but there is pretty much no world ever in which you should be approaching fucking streamers trying to date them or get their numbers or like even really get to know them like that on a personal level, bro. These people are making online internet content, okay? They are not asking for you to come up and talk to them or fuck with them, try to get involved with them, right? They don't want that. They don't need that, man. And let's be real here, right? Like, this guy acting the way he did was never gonna get that fucking number. Dude sitting behind the ride and shit, I don't know. The whole setup, the whole thing was just weird. And apparently, throughout the night, he kept like popping back up in disguises. That's what I've been reading online. I don't know exactly how true that is, but apparently the girls did some sort of like fan picture later, and it was pretty much the same fucking guy who threatened to kill them, but he was wearing a jacket or whatever, right? Some people have said it happened before this whole instance happened, this whole exchange or whatever. I really don't know, but that is what people are saying online, that apparently he kept popping back up in like disguises and weird shit, which I mean, the whole thing was already odd to begin with. There was nothing productive or good about this at all, but when it gets to that point, man, like, I don't know. We gotta bring back the fucking asylums, bro. Some people just deadass have to be chained to a wall in a padded cell for the rest of their life. That's just where some people belong, man. And the fact that we're not doing that enables situations like this. So, I don't know, man. Pretty fucking wild one, I have to admit, bro. Like, this is one of the outright craziest things I've ever seen take place on a live stream. So, in the end, apparently all three of these girls and their, like, group recording them and whatnot all turned out okay. Thankfully, this lunatic didn't have, like, a fucking hand cannon tucked away. He didn't have the AN-44 or AN-94 from Black Ops. He wasn't ready to fucking literally kill them, because I mean, once again, man, even in areas where like guns are restricted or whatever, people do this shit, bro. It's a really fucked up and scary world out there, man. And the unfortunate thing is, and this is a golden rule I think everybody watching this video needs to take away from this, is you need to just leave these crazy people alone. Like, you got to be ready to self-preserve. You got to be ready to get out yourself, because some of these people, man, like I said, they've got nothing to lose. They have screws loose and they're willing to take that shit out on you, unfortunately. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about this lunatic stalking these three streamers and signing out.